My name is Mr Semra and I'm a primary school teacher in South London. I'm also a local member of my parish church where I'm an MC, Master of Ceremony. I'm here to tell you today about 3 ways that you can get into teaching. There are many ways to get into the teaching industry, but the 3 main and most popular ways are the PGCE, Postgraduate Certificate of Education, the BA in Educational Studies, and Schools Direct. I'll first speak about Schools Direct. Schools Direct is a route that you can take where you're employed directly by the school, earning a teacher equivalent salary whilst you learn on the job. It's a great way for those who want to get stuck into the industry, get to grips with the nitty and gritty about the teaching life, the planning, the marketing, etc. The other 2 are university based. The BAs in Educational Studies is a 3-year undergraduate course where at the end of the course you qualify with a QTS, Qualified Teacher Status. The PGCE is a postgraduate route that you are allowed to apply for if you have an undergraduate degree in any subject that is taught in the current national curriculum. For example, if you have studied an undergraduate degree in English, maths, science, history, etc., subjects that are taught in the national curriculum, then you can apply for the Postgraduate Certificate of Education. It's a heavy 1-year course where you couple the studies, the academic studies and essays of a normal university degree with teaching experience, all done within 1 year. Essentially, it's the undergraduates in Educational Studies crammed into 1 year. Now, this route can be quite heavy in terms of the amount of hours that you need to put into independent study, as well as balancing being a student and being a teacher in training. So whichever route you decide to take, make sure that it's the right one for you. The undergraduate's degree in Educational Studies, a 3-year course, is approximately £9,000 per year, a fee that can be subsidised by the government's scheme, student finance. The postgraduate degree is also £9,000 per annum, a fee that's also subsidised by the government's scheme, student finance. Schools Direct is also a scheme funded by the government through student finance. Each year that you spend on whatever course is roughly approximately £9,000 in tuition fees. If you'd like more information, visit ucas.com, where they provide helpful tips and advice on which path may be best for you, and give you more information about the qualifications needed and the subjects that are in demand. For example, in the primary industry, people with experience and knowledge in maths and PE are heavily in demand, whilst in the secondary school industry, teachers or educators with experience in science, especially in chemistry and English, literature and language, are also in demand. QTS, or Qualified Teacher Status, is a professional qualification that allows you to teach in the field that you so desire. So if you have QTS in primary education, you are allowed to teach within any English primary school and around the world actually. QTS is a qualification that stays with you for life, so whether you decide to leave the industry for a couple of years and come back, you do not need to have to do a refresher course, you do not need to have to redo your qualifications, perhaps in spite of other industries, and you can just go straight back into the teaching. Qualified Teacher Status, or QTS as it's short, is a professional qualification that you can achieve after completing the studies. It is with you for life. So if you leave the industry for whatever reason, you can return back to the teaching industry with the qualification intact. You do not need to do a refresher course or anything similar to that to prove that you are qualified teacher status. This accreditation is given to you once you have met all of the teacher standards, which are 8 of them, over the course of your time as a teacher. Now, as an NQT, newly qualified teacher, you are assessed against these standards. So in your first year of teaching, you are regarded as a newly qualified teacher who must prove that they can meet all of the 8 teaching standards over the course of their academic year. And if you meet these, then you are given the qualification, QTS. The QTS is an internationally recognised qualification within England and Wales that you can take across the globe and teach in any country. Currently, Dubai is one of the most growing and expanding cities who are looking for teachers with recognised qualifications, especially ones that have been taken in England and Wales. So as a teacher, you definitely find work anywhere you go. My name is Mr Semra, and this is Eritrean Society. Inspire and motivate.
Yo, I don't need a coach. I don't need advice.